In this recording, I'm going to show you how I write the IPA symbols for the vowels of English by hand. Notice the size of each symbol compared to the others and to the line. Notice where the symbols touch and when they don't, and which symbols drop below the line, and the height of the symbols relative to one another. We'll start with E, as in bead. I'll write the symbol alone and then in a word, and then I'll write the word in its English spelling in quotation marks. First is E, as in bead. Bead. Notice that this symbol is about half the height of the B and the D, and that it has to have a dot on it. The next one is I, as in bid. I. It looks like a capital letter I, but it's about half the height of a real capital letter I. Bid. Bid. It has to have the top and the bottom of it, so the symbol can't just look like this. The next sound is A, as in bake. Bake. Notice that there are two parts to this phoneme. They can be joined by the ligature beneath, and that the second part is the small uppercase I, the I sound. So it shouldn't look like this. The next sound is as in bed. Bed. It looks a little like a backwards number 3, but it's not as tall as a number 3 would be, and it's not a capital E either. So it shouldn't look like this, or this, or this. The next sound is as in bad. The symbol can be tricky. It's a bit like writing a sideways figure 8, and the two halves should touch. So it's not this, and it's not this. However, it's acceptable to write an A and an E that are touching one another like that. But it's easier in the end if you learn how to make it as one continuous stroke. Bad. The next sound is oo, as in boot. Ooh. Again, it's about half the size of the B and the T. Boot. I like to see it have the little vertical piece on the right rather than just looking like this. And it's not the full line size either. The next sound is as in book. This sound looks similar to the U, but it has these small horizontal wings on the side. Book. Again, this sound shouldn't be the size of a capital letter or an uppercase letter. It should be about half the height of the line, so it should not be like this. And you don't need to make the wings curly like that. The next sound is O, as in boat. O. The sound again has two halves to it, and we can join them with the ligature. The word boat would look like this in IPA. Boat. Again, the two sides of the two symbols should not be touching each other, so in this case they shouldn't touch, and they shouldn't be the size of the whole line. The next sound is aw, like in the word law, or the word bought in my dialect. This is the open O, or the aw sound. And law would look like this in IPA. The word is law. This sound is the one that sounds similar to the ah sound, but it's made by raising your jaw and rounding your lips a bit. The next sound is ah, as in dog. Ah, dog, dog. This sound does not have a top on it like the typed A, so it should not look like this, and it shouldn't be taking up the whole line. The next sound is It's the stressed like in the word bug, and we call it symbol turned V. The sound is in the word bug. Bug. The next vowel is the unstressed or schwa sound, like in the word about. This one can be tricky to make. It's an upside down and backwards lowercase letter E. The middle part should be horizontal, and then the rest of it should be pretty much rounded. About. Something like that. About. The next vowel is the stressed sound, like in the word bird. It looks like a number 3 with a hook on the side of it. It's the vowel in bird. Bird. It's not as big as a number 3, and the hook should be at about 2 o'clock, so it shouldn't be down at the bottom, and it shouldn't be way up at the top. It should be right around the middle of the top part, but it shouldn't be curly as well. So it should have a hook. It shouldn't be like that, but the hook doesn't have to be curly. The next sound is the unstressed er. It's the second vowel in bigger, bigger. Again, it needs a hook to show that it's an R-like sound, and that hook should not be curly. Didn't do a great version of this. I'm going to try again. Bigger. That's better. The hook shouldn't be curly, like that, but it should be a hook, not like that. The next sound is the I sound, like in ride. I. This is one of the strong diphthongs. I. Like in ride. Again, notice the height of the syllables and the shaping of the syllables. The A is the one that does have the top part, and it's the goes to the I vowel, and they can be joined by the ligature. Ride. So not this, but this. I. The next vowel is ow, the vowel in cow. Ow. Ow. As in cow. Those are a little tall, but I'm going to leave it. You can see the height better here. Cow. And again, can be joined by the ligature. So, not ow like that. The last vowel for today is oi, as in boy. Oi. The word is boy. Pen's not working very well. Let's try again. Boy. So again, there's two parts to the sound. It can be joined by the ligature. In every case, the ligature can be close, but not touching the sounds. So, and it's not oi like that, or oi like that. It's open O and the small uppercase I like that. Oi.